Hello and welcome to my special KeyForge unboxing video. The reason why this is special is because I was not expecting to get this KeyForge deck today, but my lovely girlfriend got me a special Easter present, and this is one of the many presents I got. So I figured, you know what, it'd be cool to show this on camera to see what I get. So hopefully I got something special. Let's see if my girlfriend has some special magic when it comes to KeyForge. So I'm going to open this up. Let's see what we got. Alright, so hopefully I won't stumble too much. I don't want to look at the checklist because I want to reveal the cards one by one as we open through them. Okay, so I see right off the top that we have Dis, Mars, and Brobnar. Now, Dis is like the mechanized demons, in case you didn't know. I like Dis a lot. I only have one deck with Dis, actually. I, for some reason, hardly ever open Dis. It's probably my least opened house. So I'm happy to see Dis here. I'm not the biggest fan of Mars. I think they play really cool, but it's just not my favorite aesthetic, I guess. And then Brobnar is pretty cool. I actually didn't think I'd like Brobnar, but in the first deck I ever opened, I had Brobnar, and I have come to love them. So let's see. We have Bloodthirsty Daphne of the Wall. That's a pretty cool name. So Bloodthirsty Daphne of the Wall. Let's see what we got here. So we have the Zelo Bolter. Okay, we're starting this off on the wrong foot here. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy. So I'll be honest with you, I don't know too much about the Mars because I haven't played with them all that often. Now he says fighter reap, deal 2 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, purge it. I think that's pretty good. I think that's like a decent card. He's not amazing by any means, but being able to have that ability to shoot off some hunting witches or some pesky creatures that have elusive, and being able to do that whenever he fights or reaps is a pretty good ability, I'd say. We have the Megamouth, which has the fighter reap mechanic. He gets to use a friendly non-Mars creature. Grabber Jammers make your opponent's keys cost +1. That's pretty good. He also captures Amber. We have Swap Widget, which I've never seen this card before. Return a ready, friendly Mars creature to your hand. If you do, put a Mars creature with a different name from your hand into play, then ready it. That seems like a pretty good card. It's an artifact, so you can keep reusing that. We have the Crystal Hive. For the remainder of the turn, gain 1 Amber each time a creature reaps. I think, yeah, that will ramp up some Amber. We have Soft Landing. The next creature artifact you play this turn enters play ready. Sample Collection. Put an enemy creature into your archives for each key your opponent has forged. If any of these creatures leave your archives, they are put into their owner's hand instead. Phosphorus Stars. Stun each non-Mars creature. Gain 2 chains. I feel like this is a controversial card. Whether, you know, how good or bad... more in particular, how bad that card might be. Orbital Bombardment, that sounds really cool. Reveal any number of Mars cards from your hand. For each card revealed this way, deal 2 damage to a creature. That seems really good. It's uncommon, and it gives you an Amber. This seems like a really good card. Oh, and we got 2 of them. I think my friend Jeff would actually like this, because he likes dealing damage to creatures. We have Mothership Support. It's an action. For each friendly ready Mars creature, deal 2 damage to a creature. So, right off the top, it seems like we don't have too many Mars creatures in this. We have 4. I don't think many of these involve using Mars creatures other than the Swap Widget. So, the Swap Widget's going to be fairly bad in this deck. And the Crystal Hive, I guess, would be pretty bad too, because you can only use it during your own turn. So, yeah, I'm not sure how this would turn out. I do like having the double orbital bombardments and the Mothership support. So maybe there's something to this. I'm not entirely sure. Then with Dis, we have Succubus, which is a really good card. It makes it so you during your opponent's draw card step, they refill their hand to 1 less card. We have the Schuler. If your opponent has 4 more Amber, you steal 1. I haven't gotten to use that guy too much. Pit Demon, a fairly generic discard. Ember Imp's pretty awesome. Limits how many cards your opponent can play. Dust Imp, you gain 2 Amber whenever it's destroyed. I haven't got to play this guy yet, but he seems pretty good. Drumble, I'm a pretty big fan of that. Whenever they gain a lot of Amber, he captures all your Amber. Sometimes people don't like capturing Amber because if they kill this guy, they'll get it all back, but it can really help prolong the game so you can have a chance to come back. Library of the Damned. Action archive a card. Now that's interesting. I haven't gotten to use this card yet. 3 Fates. Destroy the 3 most powerful creatures. Another card I haven't gotten yet. So this one seems like it could be pretty good. The Mars selection I have is very small and limited. The creatures are small, and the disc creatures I have are also small. So this will very often destroy all 3 of my opponent's creatures, I feel like. Then we have Mind Barb. We have Handed Disc. I like that card. Gongoozle. Deal 3 damage to a creature. Arise. That's a good one. So Arise brings back all of your creatures from a certain house. I'm not sure how many creatures I have, though. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's not a ton of creatures, but Arise is still a good card, so we'll see about that. For Brobnar, we have War Drummer, which is a pretty cool guy. Returns each other friendly Brobnar creature to my hand. So hopefully we'll have some really cool in-play effects with him. Troll, I love Troll. He is the first Brobnar creature that I remember opening and using, and I just thought he was so awesome, and having the 8 there is really cool. Rogue Ogre. Okay, I have not seen this guy. He's a rare. It says at the end of your turn, if you played exactly 1 card this turn, Rogue Ogre heals 2 damage and captures 1 amber. So this is cool because most Brobnar cards that I've seen, they don't capture amber. But he's pretty cool. He's a giant mutant too. He's not just a giant. I don't know. You very often in this game don't want to play just 1 card. Sometimes you won't really have much of a choice. But I don't know. I kind of feel like this guy's not going to be the best, but he's not a bad card to have. Then we have Gengar Chieftain. You may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. It's pretty awesome. I like him a lot, and since he has a play ability, he goes off of our War Drummer pretty well. Then we have Valder. She's a pretty good fighter. So let's see how many creatures we have here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I feel like we're pretty low on creatures. I think that makes about 15 creatures total. So it's not pitiful, but it's not a whole lot. And we don't have too many synergies with the War Drummer. We pretty much just have the Gengar Chieftain, but sometimes having a little bit of synergy is better than no synergy. So let's see, we have Gauntlet of Command. This is one of my first ever Brobnar cards, and I love it a lot. As an action, you ready and fight with a friendly creature. Then we have Unguarded Camp. This one is usually pretty decent, but in this deck it might be a little hard because it goes off of you having more creatures than your opponent. Now I will say this deck has a lot of creature removal, so maybe we will be able to kill all of our opponent's creatures and then reap the rewards from our 2 Unguarded Camps. We have Trimmer, which is an awesome card. I've never got to use this myself, but I've had it played against me a lot of times. My friend Jeff loves this card. Stun a creature and each of its neighbors. So that one is a pretty good one for us to have. We have a second Trimmer because we just do not want them to have any... we just don't want them to have any creatures or to be able to use them in any way. We have Anger, which ready and fights with a friendly creature, and we have another Anger. So this deck seems very interesting. It's kind of light on creatures, but it has a lot of creature like control and destruction. We don't have any like instant keyforging cards. We don't really have much amber stealing. We don't even have much amber generating. So I'm kind of hesitant to say that this is a good deck, but you know, I feel like in KeyForge you don't really know how good a deck is sometimes until you play it few. So we'll see where this deck ranks up with everything. Be sure to let me know what you think of this deck. I think it's going to be interesting to play at the very least. So that was Bloodthirsty Daphne of the Wall. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get a KeyForge deck, you can snag one up in the link below this video. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel and subscribe. We'll do more KeyForge content. We also do tons of other tabletop gaming content because here at this channel, we love tabletop games, and so we hope that you subscribe, like, and comment, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.